Hi everyone, this is the 2026 Mentorship Program Lecture 36, and the topic for this lecture is daily top-down analysis. So I'll be doing a top-down analysis on the dollar index. We're going to talk about what we explained on the Telegram group, because if you have been following up the lecture, you know that I've been talking about giving a daily update on the Telegram group on what I'm currently looking at in price. It's kind of an update to the weekly chapter analysis, which is this lecture that we talked about what I will be anticipating on every individual week. So I use the Telegram group to give you guys a daily update to what I'm currently looking at, what is my current perspective in price, and what is my draw on liquidity. Kind of give kind of giving you guys the space to look at the chart, look at how you can apply the trading plan correctly, knowing the bias. So sticking with the bias that I've explained, how you would take advantage of that setup if price were to trade to that bias. It's kind of a stepping stone that I'm been trying to put in place for you guys so that you guys can understand how to anticipate a daily bias using what was taught from the 2025 to the 2026 mentorship program. On the weekly time frame on the dollar index, now on the weekly time frame, I've been talking about the weekly on the block. I've explained that as long as price is still above the weekly or the block, my general bias when it comes to a weekly perspective is that I'm looking for higher prices to run the buy side liquidity. But if price were to trade below the zero point 0.5 level, I tell you guys that I'll be anticipating lower prices to run the swing low. That have been the whole idea on weekly perspective. But at the same time, I told you guys that the daily bias is the most important aspect to my trade plan, the daily perspective, which is the daily time frame. Because whatever the weekly is anticipating, the daily will be showing us the right timing or the confirmation that price is actually going to be trading through that draw on liquidity. So the daily time frame will be giving us the right timing to when price will be running the buy side liquidity. But if the daily is not aligned with the idea, in price trading higher to run the buy side liquidity, then we'll be looking at the short-term draw on liquidity on the daily time frame. That was what was explained on the previous lecture on where I told you guys that I'm putting my attention to a daily fair value gap to see how price will react to that daily fair value gap. But having a weekly broader perspective on a monthly basis to see what is the most likelihood of this month ending up as an up close candle or a down close candle should be the weekly time frame. While if you want to understand what's the high probability of a week ending as an up close week or a down close week, the daily time frame should be your time frame. You just need to learn how to combine the weekly and the daily, and at the same time the monthly and the weekly. The reason I'm not talking about the monthly time frame, it takes long. So that should be your own personal research. It should be your own personal area for you to go in and understand what is actually going on from a broader time frame. So in the weekly time frame, last week price closed as a down close candle. So going in this week, looking at how price closed, let's go a little bit lower to look at the individual candle because price did respect the other block, which we talked about how price respected it. And around 2 weeks, price was actually trading higher. When once price gets to the weekly fair value gap, which you can see there's a weekly fair value gap here. After price traded to the weekly fair value gap, price did fill in the weekly fair value gap, but there was an intervention on the Japanese yen, on the Japanese currency that led to lower prices on the dollar index. So the lower prices sent price lower Coming close to this candle's low, weekly candle's low, which on the daily time frame we were actually looking at price trading lower to run the swing low. As long as the daily permits price to trade lower to run the swing low, there is a possibility of price drawing out the swing low. And that was the idea going in last week when price opened. Price traded above. We talked about how price did respected the daily points of interest, which was the daily fair value gap, to trade lower. Trading below the opening price leading to a down close candle, taking out previous week low, which is part of the targets on where we're actually looking at price to trade to. Now, for those in the Telegram group, already have a clear perspective on how we took advantage of the setup, trading lower to run the previous week low. Price came closing, running out the weekly low, but you can see price a retracement back to the range. And currently, based on what price is actually doing, we might see a retracement trading higher. But on how price will be retracing to trade higher to the buy side liquidity, it's mostly going to be depending on how the daily is going to be trading around this area. But if it's going to be leading to a continuation in price trading lower completely, as soon as price trades to the zero point 0.5 level, then the weekly bias is going to be aligning with the daily bias in price trading lower to run the sell side liquidity, which is the swing low in this internal shift. So let's move to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame on the Dow index, so here's the opening price of the previous week. Price traded higher into the daily fair value gap. Looking at the trend from a daily perspective, you can see that we're in a downtrend after price were expected the weekly fair value gap. You can see a shift in structure, trading lower, price creating a swing low and a swing high. We have an order block and we have a daily fair value gap. And I told you guys that the daily time frame gives us the exact timing to the most likelihood of what a weekly delivery is going to be, which is most likely the next five daily candle. What is the most likelihood of the next five daily candle trading higher or trading lower? That's kind of how I look at the weekly candle. So from the daily time frame opened, Monday traded into the daily fair value gap. Tuesday took out Monday's high, traded back into the range. Now, for those that have gone through the 2025, I talked about it on the 2024 mentorship program. I told you guys that in a weekly scenario where price takes out Monday's high, which will be on Tuesday, and traded back into the range, there's a likelihood of price going for Monday's low. And looking at the structure of the daily time frame, price is still in the daily fair value gap. Price haven't closed outside the daily fair value gap or even traded below the zero point 0.5 level. So price did not trade above the zero point 0.5 level and did not close outside the daily fair value gap. So the fair value gap is still a valid area to anticipate price trading lower to run the sell side liquidity. And when it comes to candlestick formation, you can see that the candlestick formation is fully aligned. CRT, for those that do trade CRT, you can see here's the CRT pattern. Tuesday took out Monday's high, retraced into the range. So here's a CRT reversal in anticipating lower prices. And the next drawn liquidity is the sell side liquidity. So Wednesday traded lower and traded to the target and took out the sell side liquidity, which all was explained beforehand on the Telegram group. So make sure you're in the Telegram group to have access to an early update to what I'm actually looking at on a day-to-day perspective. So on Wednesday, took out the sell side liquidity, did a retracement into the range. On Thursday, I was actually anticipating lower prices to run the sell side liquidity because if there's going to be a chance of a continuation, I'm looking at price running out Wednesday's low. Which price failed to run out Wednesday low to the retracement back into the range. But within the gap of Tuesday's low and Thursday's high, there's a fair value gap. If you have been looking at Hero USD charts, you know that on Friday, price took out Thursday's low, trading into a daily fair value gap on Hero USD. So I looked at it as an SMT that price already did the retracement because price is within the range of the other block, within the range of this candle. So it's within the range of the other block. So anticipating lower prices to run the sell side liquidity was the draw on liquidity that I explained on Friday, telling you guys that I'm looking at price running out Wednesday's low, which I call it a sell side liquidity. So I gave out two general buyers based off a daily delivery. The first, which price traded to the target on Wednesday, and the second on Friday, price did traded lower. Now, for those holding the trade till next week, I don't normally hold trade throughout the week, so I closed it in profit. But the general idea was that I'm looking for a continuation to run the sell side liquidity. On the 1 hour time frame on the dollar index, so on Tuesday, after price took out Monday's high, which was previous day high, price did a 1 hour shift in structure, taking out the swing low, retracement to the 1 hour fair value gap. It's at this point that you'll be anticipating lower prices, looking for your entry. If you're looking to enter from the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or you're using directly from the 1 hour, it depends on your own entry perspective or entry time frame, whatever way you choose on entering, which I've taught you guys all the ways that I use in entering the market, how to use the 1 hour order block, how to use the 15-minute fair value gap. So I expect you guys to know how to take advantage of this setup, which was posted on the Telegram group beforehand. Before the expansion in price trading lower, I explained on how I'm looking at price trading lower after the run on the previous day high. So 1 hour shift continuation, that was an opening gap within Tuesday closing price to Wednesday opening price, leading to the gap. But on Hero USD, it was a direct trend trading lower, which I was involved in the sell and price trading lower. So price respected the 1 hour fair value gap, traded lower. On Wednesday, I talked about this setup. I told you guys that price did, did the 1 hour shift in structure. And looking at this trend, there's a likelihood of price trading lower for a continuation to run the sell side liquidity. I tell you guys that I'm actually looking at price trading lower, looking for a continuation. Range of Wednesday price formed a 1 hour fair value gap, and during the London section, respected the 1 hour fair value gap, traded lower, took out the sell side liquidity, and traded to the overall target, which was the weekly low. Also a previous week low, because this is a previous week low, and price took out the sell side liquidity. On Thursday, I was looking for a continuation from the 1 hour order block, looking at it as a possibility of price trading lower. Now, I was in a trade, but he moved to break even before price did the retracement and stopping me out, which my stop was at the swing high. But on Thursday, he led to the retracement in price, forming a daily fair value gap. The SMT from Hero USD, I was looking for a continuation in price trading lower. So during the long section, there was an entry on the 15-minute time frame. Now, I'm leaving a 15-minute time frame for you guys to use as your weekend study or a lookout before the new week opening price. That was the reason I normally post the lecture at an early time on Sunday. I normally post at 7 a.m. so that you guys can have early access to the lecture, to what I was actually looking at and how you would have taken advantage of the trades. So price traded lower, continuation, 1 hour fair value gap. There was a 15-minute entry that I took advantage of before the closing price formed the 1 hour fair value gap, which was already in profit on Euro USD of around 1 hour before the closing price. But going in next week, for the current drawn liquidity is a continuation of this trend to run the sell side liquidity, which you might see a gap in price trading directly to the sell side liquidity. Depending on how price will be trading, I will be giving you guys an update on the Telegram group. So what I'm actually looking at, so you don't have to try to figure it out immediately. Let's look at how the week will be opening. But the current drawn liquidity is to see price run the sell side liquidity. But I don't hold trade throughout the week. That's not what I'll say. Yet I'm actually holding a setup to run the sell side liquidity. So looking at this setup, you can see how I took advantage of it, waiting for the right timing before actually taking a trades. And so far into the 2026 mentorship program, I have been showing you guys example after example. I have had live sections showing you guys how I look at a chart on a day-to-day basis, on a section-to-section basis, and how I do take advantage of the trade depending on my entry time frame. So that is it for this lecture. Make sure you do your own personal review from the major currency, which is the dollar index, and the currency you use for your entry, which I told you guys to keep it to a minimum of one currency. So you do your trade review on those currency, look at it, look at every individual time frame you use for your entry and for your overall bias idea. But that's it for this lecture. See you guys in the next lecture.